Hi guys, today we are going to say about the journal entries. If we say about what is the journal entries, we can be handled in the financial accounting. Journal entries. How to prepare a journal entries? First, we want to know what is the journal entries. Journal entries is nothing about the day-to-day activity of the business. What is the day-to-day activity of the business? We can say when we are purchasing one goods for the business, we want to put an entry. The goods is coming inside to the business. For that purpose, we want to send some money. We want to record in a particular theory of this. This is known as the journal entries. Journal entries is nothing about the day-to-day activities of business. We want to know in the case of recording. The recording purpose have known as the journal entries. Then it can be categorized of the ledgers. Journal, but we want to recognize the account involved and determine the types of the account and what is the implement to be relevant to this account in the rule of the cases. This is the preparation of the journal entries. Is nothing about day-to-day activity we are recording in the notebook is known as the journal entries. For that purpose, we want to know how can we prepare the journal entries. There are two categories in the debit and the credit. What is known as the debit and the credit. In the way only the accounting cycle have been take place. They regularly what happening in the business. In the case of when we are purchasing for a goods for a business, it can be taken by the what is coming into the business. For that purchasing, we want to spend a sum of money for that purchase. So we want to give the money. When the give the money is handling by the amount is going out of the business. The purchasing of the goods come inside and the amount for the purchasing of goods is going outside. This is the two categories of the debit and credit. What is come in me and what is go outgoing for that purpose. When we are selling the goods, we can say the goods are going from out of the business. For that selling, we can say the money is coming into the business. These are the categories we can be taken for the journal entries. The way only the accounting cycle have been take place for this. In the way we can say about the journal entries which can be handled in this. These are the general journal entries. Date of the transaction and the short debit what comes in and debit account and credit account and the relevant of the numbers. These are the various types of the journal entries. General journal entry, sales and purchase, cash receipt, cash payment. This all be taken in the format of the journal entries. In the journal entries, what's have been handling and how can be it can be fulfilled of the journal entries should be take place by the journals of the business activities can be take into the over of the point. In that way only it can be take place by overall activities have been taken by shopping of the goods to be handled in the general journal entries. These are the process when we are opening a bank account. In the bank account, what is the name of the bank account? We are the bank holders of this bank. Anyway, we are putting our amount in my hand to the bank. That our money is going in my hand to the bank. So we want to put a bank account data to cash is going out. This is the way of the process. When we are putting 1 lakh or 10,000 or 20,000 for we are putting our money into the business, it would be considered as an investment of the business. The owner is the one person, but the owner is putting an amount to the business. We want to take an as that as a capital. It is my capital. I am putting a capital into the business, so it can be taken price of the goods is and money is coming into the business. So in case in my hand the amount is going out. What purpose the amount is going out? I am investing into the bank. Otherwise, I am investing into the business. So the amount is going out in the hand. So we want to know what is the amount is going out of my hand. But we want to consider it is going as the investment or going as the capital. In the categories, we want to split up of the amount what is going out. For the types, we want to know the general entries have to take place. The way how to record the transaction in a general learn entries. Let me understand the general way of what is the happening into the business. We want to know when we are facing as some losses or some debits in their business, we know the amount is losing of the business. In the business category, there's a two-way. One is the profit and one is the loss. When the business is going into the profit way, we can be handled in that way only. When the business is going in the loss phase, we want to handle to the improvement of the goods that can be improving in the way of the handling of the goods in the take place of the categories. These are the split ups of their journal entries to be handled by the six categories. How to understand the journal entry format, identify the account involved into their business and the recording of the transaction, and we want to use the supplement of the document to be handled in the and their proper rectifications of the to be using and a proper software of the account it can be using. This is the product accounting of the cycle to be handled in the account of the journal entries. This is the categories to be handled in the bill. And journal voucher we want to know to correct any business transaction which is correct recording and the record non-use of the ordinary and a transaction had be book of the account, that is known as the source of the document. What is the document to be handled in the business that be converted into the journal and then it can be converted into the ledger. This is the process to be handled in the journal of the book entries. This is the process in the journal. First is the step of the goods when we are going into the business and day-to-day activities what is handling in the business of the journal entries. This is the process of this goods. Thank you.